Imagine it's the break of dawn on November 2nd. You've just woken up, groggy but hopeful, aware that today holds the potential for something extraordinary. Today isn't just any day. It's a day with a promise whispered by ancient Buddhist teachings, a chance to break free from the shackles of debt, from the financial struggles that have been weighing you down. The idea is simple, almost deceptively so, but it rests on the wisdom and principles that have weathered thousands of years. It's time to rise with purpose, to awaken and step into a new mindset. But let's be honest, who hasn't fantasized about the magical fix to their problems? The quick escape from debt, the mystical, do this one thing and watch your life transform solution. While it's easy to be skeptical of promises like this, the beauty of this approach lies not in a magic trick, but in a mental shift, a subtle but profound transformation in your relationship with money, life, and karma. The morning routine that we're about to explore is based on grounding yourself in gratitude, clarity, and a renewed focus on abundance. Now, you may be wondering, how can a morning ritual affect my bank account? It's a fair question and a necessary one. But think about it. Most people start their day rushing, drowning in stress, anxieties, and to-do lists. By the time they even have their first sip of coffee, they've already taken on the weight of financial worries. In Buddhism, there's an idea that what you focus on expands. If you begin your day preoccupied with debt, fear, or resentment toward your financial situation, you'll find yourself attracting more of the same energy. So let's start our day with a mental pivot. On the morning of November 2nd, as soon as you wake up, resist the urge to reach for your phone or dive into your usual routine. Instead, take a moment to sit up in bed and simply breathe. Take a deep breath in and feel the air fill your lungs, expanding your chest, grounding you. Slowly exhale, releasing any lingering tension. Repeat this 3 times. Breathing deeply is the simplest and most natural way to recenter your mind and shift from anxious thoughts to a place of calm. Now, here's where the magic begins. In this state of calm, allow yourself to dwell in gratitude. Not forced gratitude, not the "I'm supposed to be thankful, so let me think of something." Rather, tune into a genuine sense of appreciation. Start with the basics. Feel grateful for the bed you're sitting on, for the roof above your head, for the morning light filtering through your window. Slowly expand this gratitude outward, to the people in your life, to the opportunities, and even to the struggles that have taught you resilience. This gratitude ritual isn't just fluff. It's a potent act of rewiring your brain. By actively focusing on the good, you're training your mind to spot opportunities instead of problems. You might think, but how does this pay the bills? Here's the thing. Debt, at its core, is more than just numbers. It represents fear, pressure, stress, and these negative emotions create a scarcity mindset. When you operate from a place of lack, you subconsciously limit yourself, closing off pathways to wealth and abundance. Gratitude opens the opposite door, the door to abundance, by allowing you to recognize what you already have, which in turn attracts more to be thankful for. In Buddhist philosophy, our minds are like fertile fields. Whatever seeds you plant will eventually grow. If you sow seeds of gratitude and abundance in the morning, you're more likely to approach your day with positivity and confidence. When you're feeling abundant, even small opportunities to generate wealth or save money become clear and accessible. And that's the secret that makes the next few steps truly powerful. Now that you're grounded in gratitude, let's dive into something Buddhists hold dear: setting intention. On this special morning, as you wake up with a clear mind and heart, it's time to decide how you want to show up for the day. Setting a purpose isn't about just saying, "I want to be rich," or "I need more money." It's a deliberate choice to act in ways that align with the energy you want to invite into your life. Let's look at intention from a Buddhist perspective. Buddhists believe in right intention, one of the steps in the Noble Eightfold Path. Right intention doesn't mean simply thinking positively. It's about aligning yourself with what you truly value, with actions that create harmony and well-being. This intention-setting practice is where the real shift starts. Think about it. When was the last time you intentionally decided how you wanted your day to feel, especially in the context of your finances? So how do we do this? Start by considering the emotions or qualities you want to experience around money. Imagine your financial goals not just in terms of numbers, but in how achieving them would make you feel. For example, instead of thinking, "I want to pay off my debt," consider what life would look and feel like if you were financially free. Would you feel more at peace, less stressed, more empowered? Imagine these feelings vividly. The goal isn't to escape reality, but rather to attune your mind to the outcomes you desire, which allows you to recognize opportunities and make choices aligned with those feelings throughout the day. The idea here is to shift from desperation to empowerment. Desperation carries a heavy energy. It's restrictive, urgent, and full of fear. When you're desperate, you make choices that aren't always beneficial in the long run, choices driven by fear rather than clarity. Empowerment, however, feels open, expansive. It allows you to be proactive rather than reactive. When you choose to focus on empowerment, your actions and decisions come from a place of inner strength and calm, not from panic or anxiety. Once you have a sense of what feelings you want to cultivate, say a simple phrase to yourself that reinforces your intention. It could be something like, "Today, I choose to approach my finances with clarity and openness," or "Today, I will see the abundance around me and act with generosity and wisdom." The wording is less important than the feeling it invokes. The purpose is to anchor yourself in an intention that frames your day. Now, you may be thinking, how will setting an intention impact my debt? But here's the thing. Intention shapes perception. By choosing a mindset of abundance, you're priming yourself to see possibilities rather than obstacles. When you focus on lack, all you'll see are bills, late fees, and debts piling up. But with a mindset rooted in abundance, you're more likely to notice even the smallest opportunities for financial improvement, whether it's a chance to save money, a side gig that pops up, or an inspired idea for a project that could generate income. Another key part of setting intention is taking a small step to reinforce it. Buddhists often refer to the concept of right action, which is about living your intention through conscious choices. In this case, pick one small action related to your finances that you can complete today, something achievable that will give you a quick win and boost your sense of progress. It could be as simple as organizing your budget, setting aside a small amount to save, or looking into options for refinancing a high-interest loan. The goal isn't to solve all your problems in one go, but to show yourself that even in the smallest way, you have control over your financial life. Remember, intention without action is just wishful thinking. By combining a purpose-driven mindset with a tangible step forward, you're setting the stage for financial breakthroughs that might surprise you. Buddhists believe that the universe reflects our intentions and actions back to us. By radiating gratitude, abundance, and purpose, you create an energy that not only attracts opportunity, but also invites resources and support from the most unexpected places. With gratitude established and intention set, it's time to bring awareness into our day-to-day financial habits. In Buddhism, mindfulness is central. It's about being fully present, engaged, and aware of your thoughts, actions, and their consequences. While many people think of mindfulness in terms of meditation or staying calm, it has a powerful application in the realm of finances, especially if you're looking to break free from debt. The concept of mindfulness challenges you to truly understand and confront your relationship with money. How often do you spend unconsciously? How frequently do you avoid checking your balance because you dread what you might see? These small habitual actions, swiping a card without a second thought, delaying that bill check, or skimming over expenses, add up, creating a disconnect between you and your financial reality. When you live mindlessly with money, it controls you. But when you approach money with mindfulness, you regain control. Start with a simple, mindful practice. The next time you spend money, pause for a moment. Before clicking buy online or swiping your card at the store, take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this something I truly need? Does this purchase align with my financial goals? This brief pause is an exercise in mindfulness that allows you to assess whether each expense contributes positively to your life or merely adds to your financial burden. Over time, this habit can transform impulsive spending into conscious spending, helping you align your actions with your intention of financial freedom. Another aspect of financial mindfulness is tracking your expenses regularly. This may sound tedious, but it's the cornerstone of financial awareness. Think of it like a mindfulness meditation practice, where you gently observe your thoughts without judgment. Similarly, review your finances regularly, observing your spending habits objectively. Don't beat yourself up for past purchases or try to justify every decision. Just take a mental snapshot of where your money goes each month. This regular practice of mindful accounting is empowering. You begin to see patterns and gain insights into where you might be overspending, where you can cut back, and which expenses truly bring you joy or value. Mindfulness also invites us to think deeply about our long-term goals, understanding that every dollar spent is a dollar invested in some way. Instead of merely focusing on debt as something negative, use mindfulness to reframe it as part of your journey. In Buddhist thought, challenges are seen as opportunities for growth. Debt, therefore, becomes not a burden, but a teacher, offering lessons in discipline, patience, and resilience. This mindset shift, from viewing debt as a source of stress to seeing it as a stepping stone toward financial wisdom, can help you approach your finances with calm rather than anxiety. Consider adding a daily or weekly mindfulness check-in with your finances. Set aside 10 minutes to review your budget, not to stress over it, but to observe and understand. Reflect on your spending with curiosity. You might notice that on stressful days, you spend more on comforts like takeout or shopping. On days when you're focused, spending is minimal and purposeful. This understanding helps you develop healthier, more balanced spending habits that support your financial goals. Mindfulness also encourages gratitude within financial awareness. When you recognize where your money goes, you also become more appreciative of what it allows you to have, from essentials like food and shelter to small luxuries. Buddhists teach that a state of contentment comes from recognizing and appreciating what we already have, rather than constantly yearning for more. This practice cultivates an inner sense of abundance, shifting your focus from scarcity to appreciation and satisfaction. Finally, mindfulness reminds us that wealth, in the Buddhist view, is less about accumulation and more about living harmoniously with the resources we possess. Wealth is not necessarily defined by how much we own, but by how we manage and appreciate what we have. By approaching your finances with a mindset of mindful stewardship, you're not only reducing your debt, but fostering a balanced and sustainable relationship with money. This steady, mindful approach to your financial life gradually dismantles the urgency of debt and replaces it with empowerment and clarity. In many Buddhist teachings, generosity is seen as a path to wealth. It may seem counterintuitive to think that giving could help with debt, but generosity goes far beyond financial transactions. When you give from a place of kindness, you signal abundance to yourself and the world. Generosity isn't merely about handing over money or material possessions. It's about fostering a spirit of openness and releasing the fear that often clings to money. By practicing generosity, you're showing that you believe in the flow of resources and that there's always enough to give and receive. One of the core Buddhist principles around generosity is the idea of dana, which refers to the act of giving without expecting anything in return. This is crucial because it shifts your perspective from scarcity, fear of losing what you have, to abundance, knowing you always have enough to share. You don't need to donate large sums to charity or make grand gestures. The practice of dana can be as simple as helping a friend with a meal, sharing your time with someone in need, or offering your skills for free. In doing so, you cultivate a mindset of generosity, reminding yourself that wealth isn't defined solely by numbers, but by the richness of your spirit. You may wonder how generosity aligns with the goal of financial freedom. Isn't the point to reduce spending, not add to it? But here's the paradox. By practicing generosity, you create a flow of positive energy that often returns to you in unexpected ways. Think of it like planting seeds. When you give selflessly, you're sowing seeds of goodwill, which have a way of blossoming into unexpected opportunities, support, or even financial rewards. Many people who practice this form of generosity report that they feel less stressed about money and more open to receiving abundance from various sources. Generosity in this sense becomes a way to liberate yourself from the grip of financial fear. Another aspect of generosity is forgiving debt, both your own and others. In Buddhist practice, holding on to resentment or grudges is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. In the context of finances, forgiving debt doesn't mean you ignore it or let people take advantage of you. Instead, it's about mentally releasing the negative energy associated with your debts. View your debt as part of a life journey that has taught you valuable lessons and has led you to this moment of self-awareness and transformation. If you feel inclined, consider forgiving a small debt someone owes you, whether it's money, time, or an unfulfilled promise. The act of letting go reinforces the idea that you're not held hostage by material concerns. This practice creates a sense of liberation, lightening the emotional weight of debt in your mind. Forgiveness is a form of generosity to yourself as well, freeing you from the negative attachment and allowing you to focus on constructive actions rather than resentment. Buddhist teachings suggest that wealth grows when you foster a spirit of abundance within yourself. Generosity is a powerful tool for nurturing this spirit, as it reinforces a belief that there's always enough to give and receive. When you view your resources, time, energy, skills, money, as things to be shared rather than hoarded, your mindset expands. And when you feel abundant, the concept of debt shrinks, feeling more manageable, less consuming. This shift may lead you to creative ideas for income, new avenues for savings, or a strengthened resolve to pay off existing debts with a lighter heart. The final aspect of generosity in Buddhism is learning to receive gracefully. Many people, especially those in debt, struggle to accept help or gifts without feeling guilty. But in the Buddhist view, the cycle of giving is only complete when one can receive with humility and gratitude. By allowing yourself to receive, whether it's support from friends, an unexpected opportunity, or simply an act of kindness, you complete the energy flow. Learning to receive gracefully acknowledges that you're worthy of abundance, and that wealth in all its forms is meant to circulate. Now that you've embraced generosity, it's time to discuss a principle that can be transformative in managing financial stress: detachment. In Buddhist philosophy, detachment isn't about giving up all possessions or becoming indifferent to material concerns. Rather, it's the art of not letting your happiness or sense of self-worth be defined by external factors, including money and debt. Practicing detachment helps you keep finances in perspective, so they no longer dominate your thoughts or emotions. Think of detachment as a way to reclaim mental peace. When you're attached to money or burdened by debt, every financial setback feels like a personal failure. You might experience a constant undercurrent of anxiety, always fearing unexpected expenses or feeling inadequate because of what you owe. Detachment, however, is about loosening that grip and realizing that your financial situation does not define you. Money becomes a tool, a necessary one, yes, but not a measure of your worth or your happiness. To start practicing financial detachment, try a visualization exercise. Imagine yourself in a scenario where you have no debt, no bills weighing on your mind, and complete financial freedom. What emotions do you feel in that state? Perhaps there's a sense of calm, relief, or joy. Now understand that these feelings are within you, independent of your financial situation. Your mind has the power to tap into these emotions regardless of your bank balance. Practicing detachment means regularly revisiting these feelings and realizing that peace and happiness are accessible now, even with debt in the picture. Another tool for detachment is separating needs from desires. While needs are essential and provide stability, desires often create attachment and in turn stress. For instance, the desire for the latest gadgets or a more luxurious lifestyle can lead to unnecessary debt and financial strain. Detachment isn't about denying yourself pleasure. It's about choosing consciously, understanding that true satisfaction doesn't come from fleeting material gains. Detachment encourages you to find fulfillment in life's simpler, less costly experiences, relationships, creativity, time in nature, and personal growth. For a practical approach, try a no-spend day each week, where you commit to not spending money on anything beyond basic needs. This isn't just about saving a few dollars, it's about practicing discipline, controlling impulses, and observing the difference between genuine needs and passing wants. By doing this regularly, you cultivate resilience and learn to derive contentment from experiences that don't rely on spending. Over time, you might find that the joy from non-material experiences is far richer and more lasting than any quick purchase. Detachment also extends to your debt repayment journey. Many people become so fixated on eliminating debt that they live in a state of perpetual stress, fearing every dollar that goes out and agonizing over every financial choice. Detachment reminds you that while reducing debt is important, it's not worth sacrificing your peace of mind. Set realistic repayment goals, but give yourself grace if it takes time. Detachment helps you strike a balance between proactive debt management and living your life without constantly obsessing over finances. Finally, detachment teaches us to accept financial setbacks as part of life's ebb and flow. Buddhism emphasizes impermanence. Everything, including our financial situation, is constantly changing. There will be times when your finances improve and times when unexpected expenses arise. By accepting the nature of change, you reduce fear and anxiety around money because you know that difficult times too will pass. This attitude helps you to stay calm and flexible in the face of financial challenges rather than reacting out of fear or frustration. Embracing financial detachment doesn't mean you ignore your responsibilities or stop caring about improving your situation. Instead, it's about finding peace and contentment regardless of your external circumstances. Detachment allows you to move through your financial journey with resilience, knowing that you are much more than your debt or financial achievements. This mental freedom gives you the strength to make sound, deliberate financial choices without being ruled by fear or stress. As we reach the final piece of this journey, it's essential to remember that true transformation, especially in something as complex as finances, doesn't happen overnight. This is where patience and trust come into play. Buddhism teaches that lasting change comes through gradual, consistent efforts, a principle that is both liberating and challenging in a world that often promotes instant gratification. Cultivating patience allows you to approach your financial journey with a calm and steady heart, knowing that every small step counts. Patience is the antidote to the frustration and stress that often accompany debt. It's easy to feel overwhelmed or defeated when debt seems to grow faster than your income. But with patience, you shift from seeing debt as an insurmountable problem to viewing it as a gradual, manageable process. Every time you make a payment, even if it's small, you're one step closer to financial freedom. Trust that these efforts accumulate over time. With each responsible choice, you're building a stronger foundation for the future. One practical way to cultivate patience is to set small, achievable milestones instead of focusing solely on the end goal. For example, instead of aiming to pay off all your debt within a year, break it down into smaller goals, such as paying off one credit card or saving a specific amount each month. Each milestone reached becomes a moment to celebrate and motivates you to keep going. This approach prevents burnout and keeps you engaged in your financial journey with a positive, forward-thinking mindset. Trust, on the other hand, is about having faith in yourself and the process. Trust that you have the ability, resilience, and wisdom to handle your financial challenges. This inner confidence is rooted in Buddhist teachings of self-compassion. When you trust yourself, you're kinder in moments of struggle or setback, understanding that everyone makes financial mistakes. Trusting yourself also means acknowledging that your worth is not tied to your financial state. Debt is simply a circumstance. It doesn't define your character or potential. To deepen this trust, consider incorporating a daily affirmation or mantra into your routine. This could be a phrase like, "I am capable of managing my finances with wisdom and patience," or "I trust the journey toward financial freedom." By repeating these affirmations, you're strengthening a belief in yourself and the positive outcomes of your efforts. Trust that the consistent practices of gratitude, intention, mindfulness, generosity, and detachment are gradually creating the conditions for financial well-being. Another aspect of trust involves embracing uncertainty. Buddhist teachings emphasize the acceptance of life's unpredictability, which is particularly relevant to finances. There may be setbacks, unexpected bills, changes in income, or economic downturns, but trust is about remaining steady through these fluctuations, knowing that you have the tools to adapt. When you trust in the flow of life, you can approach these challenges without panic. Instead, they become opportunities to deepen your patience and strengthen your financial resilience. Finally, patience and trust allow you to see debt not as a punishment, but as part of a broader journey towards self-growth. The lessons learned from financial struggles, resilience, discipline, gratitude, extend far beyond your bank account. They shape you into a person who values resources, respects the journey of personal growth, and understands that wealth, in the truest sense, includes inner peace and fulfillment. By approaching your finances with patience and trust, you're setting the foundation for not only financial freedom, but a balanced, meaningful life. When November 2nd arrives and you wake up ready to implement these Buddhist teachings, remember that each day forward is a continuation of this journey. There's no finish line to personal growth, just a continual unfolding of wisdom and self-awareness. By embracing gratitude, setting intention, practicing mindfulness, embodying generosity, learning detachment, and nurturing patience and trust, you're not only working toward financial freedom, but creating a life of abundance, peace, and fulfillment. In the end, the true reward isn't just financial freedom. It's the peace of mind, the resilience, and the sense of empowerment that come from knowing you can meet life's challenges with grace. These teachings aren't quick fixes or instant solutions, but they offer a path to something far more enduring, a deep sense of confidence in yourself and your ability to thrive, regardless of financial circumstances. As you walk this path, know that each step brings you closer not only to financial liberation, but to a profound inner freedom that no debt can ever take away. If you've found value in this journey and feel inspired to bring a little more mindfulness, intention, and peace into your life, then why not join us on this path? We're building a community of people who are exploring powerful insights, transforming their lives, and supporting each other every step of the way. So, if you're ready to dive deeper, to learn, grow, and awaken to new possibilities, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Every week, we bring you content that's designed not just to inform, but to truly transform. Join us, stay connected, and let's keep unfolding this journey together. And don't forget to ring the bell. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Let's keep building a life of freedom, wisdom, and abundance, one video at a time. Thank you for watching, and welcome to the community. Till next time. Namaste.